Alright, let's do a two-part video. Part of it will be the environmental news and part of it will be political news here in the U.S. In the U.S., EPA will close all environmental justice offices, so many people will needlessly die because of this. Trump will close all 10 of the agency's offices as well as its central hub addressing the issues in the district. That's at Washington, D.C., for anybody that doesn't know what the district is. The GOP way includes letting us drink sewer water and breathe polluted air just to make the 1% of society richer. That's what that's about. So unfortunately, the EPA was the only thing that we had going for us to make sure that we didn't end up drinking polluted water and breathing bad air. They were the lookouts for this, and they did their job somewhat okay because a lot of politicians kept fighting to get rid of it and said that it hurts industry because industry wants to just dump raw sewage and polluted water into the rivers and lakes and oceans around the U.S. and the EPA was somewhat guarded against this, but not anymore. So you have to be very careful of where you drink your water and where you live, because industry now owns the EPA, what's left of it. Let's talk a little bit about some other political issues here in the U.S. and how bad it is getting under President Musk and President Trump's regime here in the U.S. The U.S. budget deficit for Trump's first month in office reached $307 billion added to the deficit under Trump. That's the highest in 1 month of any other president. He is adding to the deficit faster than anybody else, regardless of what they tell you. The numbers speak the truth. Since Trump took office, the cost of Trump's golfing weekends cost the U.S. taxpayer $18.2 million since his second term began. $18.2 million is what it cost just in 1 month of golfing that you guys paid for here in the U.S. Everyone needs to call their Democratic senators right now to stop the GOP funding bill. Now this is a bill that will make it so there's two provisions in there that will allow Musk to have all the power of the presidency, and they will bypass all the courts from here on out if this budget bill is passed. Unfortunately, it looks like there's 10 Democratic senators who are ready to vote for the GOP bill and allow Musk to have all the power he needs to bypass the court system. Unfortunately, a lot of these Democrats don't follow along with what's going on, so they don't even know what they're voting for. They're just told to vote one way by the GOP, and that's the way they're going to vote. So if you decide, call your senators. You can get a hold of them by calling 202-224-3121 and just ask for your senator, and they'll probably put you on a recording and you can give them your message. Will this do any good? I honestly don't know, but we can try something. He also, Trump has said that if you boycott or protest against Tesla, then you're considered a domestic terrorist, and it is illegal to not buy a Tesla. You cannot boycott Tesla, and you can't protest near a Tesla plant or SpaceX or any of that, or you're a domestic terrorist. So does that sound like democracy to you? It sure doesn't to me. I'm not buying a Tesla, and I'm telling everybody, boycott Tesla. I don't give a damn. Boycott Tesla. Let's make their stocks fall even more. Tesla's stocks have fallen 50% since Trump took office. Musk is desperate. That's why he had an infomercial on the White House right there in the front while Trump and Musk started to sell Tesla vehicles. Don't fall for this crap. You know that's illegal as hell, but who's going to stop them? Who's going to take them to court over having infomercials right there at the front of the White House? You know that this is a Musk power grab. He wants to own the U.S. and the world, and he knows he can do it by owning the U.S., and the way he does that is he takes advantage of Trump, who's just not even there. There's not much mind left, and apparently Musk is on drugs and is taking drugs every day. He even admits it, and Trump, of course, doesn't care. This is a huge red flag, and people need to pay attention to this stuff, because if you don't, you're going to lose your country, and the world is going to turn into a fascist world, and that's not going to be a pretty place at all. Alright guys, I just wanted to make a video on this. Pay attention to what's going on. Hopefully your 401ks and your stocks aren't falling too much. Unfortunately, a lot of us are suffering through a lot of this stuff, and the dismantling of Social Security, Medicaid, Medicare, and the VA is on its way. Musk promises to completely disassemble Social Security, and that's money that you put into Social Security as you worked. You put it in there, and before Reagan was in office, Social Security could be relied on to live on for the rest of your life once you retired. But then they started to cut down and cut out a lot of the social programs of Social Security, and then they came out with this. Well, Social Security was never meant to be a program to live on. Well, no, after they cut it to death, of course not. Though that is your money that they're taking. And that money that you're taking usually runs until you're about 85 to 86 years old. And then after that is the government's part. So until you're 86 or 87, that money that you're taking out is all your money. Don't let them tell you anything different. I appreciate any comments on this. Any ups? And until next time.